Thom Hartmann here on the news. You need to know this. The American people have spoken, and it's time Republicans and Democrats listen. According to a new ABC Washington Post poll, 62% of Americans want to see a balanced approach to raising the debt limit that includes both spending cuts and revenue increases. And when it comes to what sort of revenue increases the American people want to see, the Republicans' head are about to explode. A whopping 72% of Americans support raising taxes on people who make more than $250,000 a year. Only 27% oppose that. Not only that, large majorities of Americans also support raising the Social Security tax cap, closing the hedge fund manager tax loophole, and cutting off taxpayer subsidies for big oil corporations. So why is it that President Obama is supporting the Gangster of Six plan that includes none of these reforms and instead cuts $1,300 a year out of Social Security checks and further lowers taxes for millionaires, billionaires, and corporations? Maybe we were all fooled, and President Obama really is just the best Republican president in the last 50 years. Children in Florida are screwed. Last year, Republicans in Florida leveled a 43% cut to their Healthy Families Florida program that provides assistance to expecting parents and newborns in an effort to curb abuses. As a result of the cut, services were dropped to more than 3,500 high-risk families, more than 5,000 children. But this year, Governor Rick Scott was given a lifeline by the federal government to keep the program afloat. More than $8 million was offered up to Florida to continue home visitation services as part of the Affordable Care Act. But as you would expect from any diehard Republican nowadays, Rick Scott said no thanks to the funding because he has an ideological problem with the Affordable Care Act. So now thousands of children are at risk of abuse and mistreatment in Florida just so Rick Scott can score some political points on the right and tout telling President Obama no. In the best of the rest of the news, it's official. Rupert Murdoch's News Corp brought his illegal hacking operation across the Atlantic and to the United States. Bloomberg is now reporting that back in 2009, News Corp admitted during a trial that it did indeed hack into the secure website of an American marketing rival. On 11 different occasions, News Corp subsidiary News American Marketing broke into the website belonging to Floor Graphics Incorporated and stole their business. The case was dismissed after News Corp agreed to hand over $29.5 million to them as part of a settlement deal. So now that we know that hacking was rampant at News Corp in the UK, and that it also took place in the United States, is it really that far-fetched to believe Fox News was up to the same shenanigans? With the FBI on the case, we should find out soon. The Federal Aviation Administration could shut down tomorrow as a result of antics by House Republicans. Congress needs to pass legislation to extend funding for the FAA by Friday. But the legislation that passed out of the House yesterday to do that is chock full of right-wing ideology that the Senate won't pass. Republicans use the FAA funding bill to wage a war on unions, slipping in language that makes it much harder for air and rail workers to unionize. The Republican bill also cuts off subsidies to rural airports that don't generate enough revenue on their own to survive, but are still crucial to the nation's transportation system. That's right, Republicans are standing up to rural airports when it comes to taxpayer subsidies, but not to massive oil corporations. Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood weighed in on Republicans using the FAA bill as a Trojan horse to advance their anti-working class agenda by saying, Congress needs to stop playing games and pass a clean FAA bill immediately. There is no excuse for not getting this done. Today, no piece of legislation can escape ideological manipulation by the Republican Party. No new taxes, unless you live in Alabama and Republicans need the money to fund a Confederate memorial park. That's right. The Republican-controlled state legislature is refusing to drop a property tax that collects $400,000 a year to fund a memorial to Alabama's Confederate soldiers who fought to defend slavery. Earlier this year, Alabama Governor Robert Bentley tried to eliminate funding for the Confederate memorial, citing budget woes, but he faced a huge backlash from Confederate groups in the state, demanding that the site be preserved and the funding remained in place. So Alabama today is the only state in America that still levies a tax to pay for the Civil War. Taxes to help pay for health care for the poor? No way. Taxes to help put food on the table for impoverished kids? No way. Taxes to honor slavery? Yes, please. Ask and you shall receive. Back in March, Think Progress caught Republican Congressman Senator Scott Brown hitting up one of the billionaire oil barons, David Koch, for some campaign cash while attending an event at MIT. Today, Scott Brown's pleas have been heard, as Koch Industries maxed out their legally allowable contribution to Brown, forking over $10,000 to the Massachusetts Republicans' 2012 re-election campaign. Expect Brown to be a vocal climate change skeptic now as part of the deal. Let's hope the Kochs wasted their money on Brown and Elizabeth Warren jumps into the race to hand Ted Kennedy's Senate seat back to the middle class in Massachusetts. Crazy alert, the savior of journalism. So with American investigative journalism dying out and Fox News infotainment surging, what hope is there for the fourth estate in America? The answer? Sarah Palin. In a recent interview, Palin weighed in on the state of our news media and offered up her expertise, saying, I want the mainstream media, and I've said this for a couple of years now, I want to help them. I have a journalism degree. I want to help them get back their reputation. Unclear if a reality TV show in which Palin smashes fish heads in Alaska is her unique brand of journalism, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. After all, she must know her stuff, since she told Katie Couric a few years back that she reads every single newspaper on the planet. And that's the way it is today, Thursday, July 21st, 2011. I'm Thom Hartmann on the news.